good afternoon, good evening, or whatever time we're at right now. My name is Moses Rodriguez. You know that I'm a city councilor here in Brockton, but today I'm actually here on behalf of the Cape Verdean Association of Brockton, because as most of you must know by now, about a year or so ago, the association wrote a grant to the Small Business Administration, and it was a very competitive grant with somewhere around 700 applicants nationwide, and we were one of 51 selected nationwide to be part of this grant. To basically be a navigator, a community navigator to help small businesses navigate the process of helping their business. So one of the things that we told the Small Business Administration that we would do is because, as you know, Brockton right now is the only majority black city in New England. The only one. The only majority black city in New England. But guess what? I think we're the only ones who know that, because very few things that we do represent that. So one of the things that we had told the SBA that we would want to do as one of the goals here is to create this Greater Brockton Small Minority Business Association to work along with the Chamber of Commerce, the BRA, the Oklahoma Colony Planning Council, a variety of other organizations, but to basically gather those businesses that have been somewhat left out because of language barriers, because of understanding. So what we've been doing since November, we've been kind of organizing these small businesses, and today we now have over 130 businesses affiliated with this group. So we have legalized this organization. I mean, we're still doing the SBA things that we're supposed to do through the grant process. Again, it's not, I heard from a few people saying, oh, you got this money from the government, now what are you going to do with it? Well, it came in, you know, when you write a grant, everything is delineated what you're supposed to do with it. We have some partners in the community that we use some of the grants to go with. We were able to hire a few people within the association. We've got a Cape Verdean advocate, a Hispanic advocate, and a Haitian advocate to kind of reach out to the various businesses in their own languages. So that's what the funding was for. It was never, as a matter of fact, I think I have actually lost out on the grant because one of the things that I proposed in there was to create some funds to help directly some small businesses in the community, and they said, that's not part of the navigation process. We want you to help them navigate, not necessarily give them anything. What you're supposed to do is navigate them towards the BRA so that they can get something. Navigate them towards Old Colony Planning Council so that Mary keeps shaking her head, yes, yes. You know, navigate them towards the chamber and some of these the banks and things like that that can actually help them with direct funding, and as well as the federal government. So that's what we've been doing. But the good thing is that this organization is now a created organization. It's been legalized through the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. It has a EIN number through the IRS, and we are now a formed organization that we all belong to in terms of the minority businesses in this community. So I'm kind of proud of the fact that we were able to do that and accomplish that within, I mean, the grant period started in December, and we're talking about July here, and as of May, I think we were already up and running with this thing. So this has been a major accomplishment for this community, and we should all be proud of that. The fact that it's not designed to compete with any other organizations out there, but it's just to be an aid to some of the existing organizations. And I'm proud of the fact that we have partners in this community. As I said, you know, the three major ones that we deal with, you know, the Metro South, the BRA, and the Old Colony Planning Council, as well as the Haitian community partners, the Brockton Alliance of Workers, which is mostly a Hispanic organization, and the Immigrant Assistance Center down in New Bedford is also part of this group, as well as the Cape Verdean Association. So we're very proud of the fact that we're getting some of these things done, some of these accomplishments, and again, it's something that, you know, for the first time, this city is taking a step in a positive way to do that. And one of the things that the Greater Brockton Minority Business Association wanted to do is to try to bring some respectability or some I want to say some accountability in the sense to the area businesses. So they felt, again, they, not necessarily me, that they wanted to bring some candidates in front of them to talk about what are you willing to do and work with us to help our local businesses progress and do the things that we need to do here in the city. And this is basically what we are here to do. To have a conversation with the candidates, introduce the candidates to the group, but at the same time have a conversation so that, you know, once you get up there, once you're at the state office, you remember who we are and know that we're a partner of you in the community, and show us your willingness to work and do what we can. And we're not going to sit here and ask for, you know, dumb things, but we're going to say, you know, we're asking for, to look out for the Brockton businesses, the Brockton area businesses, because this is not just Brockton, it's the surrounding communities. And you're going as far as, you know, Taunton, Ascension, you benefited in some instances, up to Randolph, so it's not just the Brockton, but the greater Brockton. So I just want to welcome everybody. I don't want to talk a lot because my voice, as you can tell, is a little on the horsey side. I just came back from Cape Verde, where we had a Brockton young man, a Brockton high school graduate, who we sent to study in Cape Verde in Portugal. He was just ordained a priest last Sunday. And so we went there for the ordination, and hopefully he'll be coming at the end of next week. At the end of next week, where he's going to celebrate a few masses for us here in the city of Brockton. But think about that: a Brockton high school graduate went to study overseas, and he's now a priest within the Catholic Church. So that, again, it's something that we all ought to be proud of, for the fact that he represented us, and that's the first thing that he talks about. Hey, I'm Brockton, you know, which is kind of cool. So I'm glad I was part of that, to witness that. And again, I just want to welcome you all to this event, and again, consider us all friends and partners. And I'm going to pass on the microphone to the young lady that's actually going to moderate this and do, I'm sure, a lot better a job than I would do. She's prettier, she's got a better voice, you know, she can do a better job. So, Jamie?
Thanks, Moses. So good evening and welcome to the Greater Brockton Minority Business Association's first conversation with the candidates. My name is Jamie, and I sit as a clerk on the Greater Minority Business Association board, and I will be your moderator for the evening. To start, we have 3 candidates that are running for state senate, 2nd Plymouth and Norfolk, and 2 candidates who are running for state rep, 11th Plymouth district. Before we start, we just wanted to say a few things, that each candidate is going to be given 5 to 7 minutes to speak about their platform. After the candidate speaks, members of the audience will have an opportunity to ask questions to the candidate. If you have a question, please raise your hand and we will come to you with the microphone to ask that question. Once each candidate has finished, there will be an opportunity at the end for candidates to address the audience with final remarks.